2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Our third round coverage of the Bluff Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey with Rich Beam, and it's great to have you with us. Rich, do you fancy this player's chances?
Look, this player's trailing at the moment. Let's face it, there is so much golf left out there. Anything can happen. Let's just sit back, relax, and watch it unfold.
Now to the first hole. And let's see what he can do here today. Ouch, that's going to make the next shot a bit more challenging. This is his second shot. This would be a great up and down. This putt for par here. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup.
Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
He's in a share of 8th place in this event. The second is a par 5. Lovely effort, that. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
I've done the calculations. It's 230 yards.
Oh, 13-footer coming up here. Well, how good was that? Nice birdie. Currently at -3 for the event. And we've arrived now at the third. It's a par 4.
It is. You got out of bounds all down the right-hand side of this hole. That bunker in the distance on the left is in play. So lay up short of that. And second shot goes into a very narrow green. Be aware of that out of bounds lurking to the right. Shots missed out to the right probably won't end up out of bounds, but why take the chance?
This lie's not great.
Yes, difficult lie. Made a par here yesterday, a little bit more difficult today.
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. And this has been a hole he's unable to take advantage of so far for this event. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This one. This is testing. A big right to left slope.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Well hold. Let's move on. Okay, he's holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. It's time for a one-shotter.
That bunker fronting the green is not in play. It's just there for aesthetics. Get you thinking a little bit. Anything missed out to the right is going to run all the way down into a really steep hollow, difficult to get it up and down from there. Bailing out to the left is the proper miss.
That's disappointing.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Straight out of the top draw. Bogey putt coming up here. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Now 5 strokes behind. It's time to step onto the tee here at the 5th. Lovely rhythm there, Rich. That's going to work every time.
A tough break there. Just getting into that second cut of rough.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Club face may have got caught up in the rough here. Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
Not easy to find the green coming out of the rough.
Three feet to go here to the hole.
This is huge for momentum. Gotta try and hold this. This for par.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a long par 4.
A solo bunker planted out on the right-hand side, only reachable when the hole is playing downwind. Second shot protected on the left-hand side by some rock outcroppings. This is a really good, fun hole.
That dog will hunt.
Around 110 yards to go.
Wind is blowing from right to left here. Wants to work it against the wind. Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
A chance to get to 3 under with this putt.
This to move into a tie with Tom Kim.
And he's down there. You got to read.
This putt's gonna break to the right.
Ooh. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Okay, holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. Okay, Rich, just around to play now. An exciting finish we got coming up.
Not a bad day's work. They start tomorrow in top 10 with a need to really get after those flags tomorrow if they want to be in contention, Luke.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
.2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
It's time to kick off the finale of the Bluff Championship. It's terrific to have your company. I'm Luke Elvey. Let's get to it. Oh, Rich, great to see you Championship Sunday. Don't you love it when there's a trophy on the line? And our player has a chance to win one today.
In the top 10 going into this final round, and there's a good opportunity to get out there early, post some opening birdies, and really let the leaders know that you're coming for them.
Let's see what's happening out at the 15th. That's a tad disappointing, isn't it? Sitting at 1 under. This one's headed towards the rough. Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Oh, some smiles here. A bit of luck in the second cut. It's sitting nicely.
This is his 4th shot. Didn't that look good for a long time? And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
This one is for par.
And with that putt, now even par, with the final few holes to go. And our leader is now out by 3 shots as we head to the next. Welcome to the 16th hole, a par 3.
Just the one lone bunker on the right-hand side, but you have to be mindful of this false front short and right. So tee shots are going to favor the left-hand side where we have more rock outcroppings. Another delightful design.
Gotta say, just some of the best rhythm in the game.
Yep, that shot's safely on the green. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
Come on, don't be shy.
This is tracking. No! So close. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. Time to take a look at the leaderboard, and it's a 4-stroke buffer for our leader. On the tee now, the par 4 17th hole. Time for the second shot at the 17th. Seemed to lose the handle on that shot. Well, it's time to head back down to the fairways. John, what's up, mate?
Hey guys, I'm down here checking out Tom Kim as he gets set for his next shot.
Oh, that is a touch of class from the sand. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. This would be a great up and down from this spot. Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this.
Surely it's going to.
Oh, that's a clutch par. So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall. It's time to tee off on the 18th hole.
Yeah, the largest fairway on the golf course here. So tee it high and let it fly. Second shot plays back uphill ever so slightly. 2 bunkers protecting the front right portion of this green, but you do have a little bit of help from the left-hand side.
And taking aim from around 100 yards here.
Nicely done.
And this putt is for a final score of 73. Here we are with a chance to get the first birdie of the day. Asking for this one to break a big way back to the left. A little bit overzealous there.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
And finishing up with a par here today. And wow, what a rivalry that was. Let's recap some of the results. But it's a big thank you to Henny Koyak for bringing the magic on the ground today. What about what we saw, Henny?
Oh, Luke, I've seen some things that I'll never forget, both good and bad, but I had an absolute blast doing it. It was brilliant to watch. Those rivalries, I mean, wow. The pleasure was all mine.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. The opening round of the Daybreak Classic is on now. Hello and welcome. It's great to have your company here on 2K Sports. I'm Luke Elvey. Alongside me is Rich Beam. And out on the course, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. Let's get out to the action. We're thrilled to kick off this week's coverage on 2K Sports. Can't wait to see how this event plays out. Can't wait to get into the action. Let's get down to the fourth hole. Before we get into today's action, I'm getting some word that there's a rivalry brewing between Will Zalatoris and our featured player. Henny, surely that can't be right.
Luke, you have heard correctly. There have been texts, phone calls, many exchanges in the lead up to this matchup between the featured player and Will Zalatoris. Things are getting pretty tense down here. It's going to be interesting to see how things play out today.
Cheers, Henny. I appreciate the insight. I'll be interested to see how our featured player fares against the likes of William Zalatoris. Time for a little bit of focus here. This is a lengthy putt.
With this putt, he'll get one up on Will Zalatoris. What a match this has been.
Oh, that's well judged. He had the right speed there. Easy two putt. And this putt to move into a tie for fourth place. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The par 5 fifth at Pinehurst number 2, one of the signature holes on the course and a real indication of the quality of the architecture.
Yeah, Corin Crenshaw did a fantastic job here. Fairway does camber from right to left. And from there, second shot back up to the hill to a green that tilts from right to left. And oh, do not miss your next shot to the left. Don't do it, because it's just going to keep going and going until it's gone.
He's setting up for his second shot. 2 strokes off the lead. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Oh, stop it. What a shot. Nine feet to the cup. How close was that to being an eagle? This putt to move into a share of second place. He's currently in second place on the leaderboard.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
The 6th at Pinehurst number 2 is the first par 3 on the property.
Again, runoff areas both left and right into some pretty deep bunkers. Finding the green in regulation is going to be key.
A wonderful shot, well played, a chance for birdie here at the 6th.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Ah. 5 feet coming up to the cup. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich.
Wondering if it was nerves that came into the equation there, being just one off the lead.
Trailing by a stroke after that hole. On the tee here at the par 4 7th, Rich, what's the best way to attack it?
Best way to attack it is to be bold off this tee. You want to be able to cut off as much as that dog leg as possible. You want to have the shortest club in your hand to attack this flagstick on another domed green.
That's not the shot he was hoping for. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
Oh, that's a great approach shot. This putt coming up is for birdie. So close. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
A good look at par here.
And down it goes. And it's a one-stroke par far for our leader over the field. The 8th hole is a par 5, the second on the outward half, and one the players are going to want to try and take advantage of.
They certainly do. Most players should be able to reach into. However, finding this green and keeping it there is another thing. There are 0 flat spots on this green. To make birdie, you're going to have a really sharp short game.
Oh, well done. We need this one to bounce right. Well, that's well played into birdie range here at the 8th.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Putting for a par now. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost.
Couldn't convert after 2 good shots there. Disappointment as they're so close to the lead.
So no movement there. He stays at even with the card. And the 9th at Pinehurst, number 2, is quite a unique par 3 to finish the outward half.
Yes, you got deep bunkers both front and back, and the green tends to chase towards them. Anything out to the right-hand side into a little safe zone is what I would call it. That's the play.
Got a read on this one. What's it going to do?
Not an easy putt here. It's going downhill, moving to the left.
There's part of about 6 feet coming up. So, Rich, 9 holes in the books. What do you make of the performance so far in this rivalry?
Well, they are doing better than their rivals, so that's good news, but there still is lots of golf to play. Should provide us for an entertaining week, that's for sure.
So the opening round in the books, Rich. Impressed with your efforts here in the booth. Thanks for your time.
Same to you, Luke. See you tomorrow.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.
Trak Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
The second round of the Daybreak Classic is set to begin. Hello everyone, Luke Elvey here, and my mate Rich Beam in the booth beside me. We're thrilled to have you with us on 2K Sports today. Even par is where our leader sits as we begin our coverage today. Let's catch up with play down at the fifth. Playing this shot from about 210 yards out.
He's 2 shots back.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
Trying to get to even par with this putt.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 29 feet from the cup.
That's disappointing. Oh, a 9-foot chance here.
This is such a great opportunity for birdie.
Just a short putt remaining here. That's got to hurt. 3 putting for par.
Sitting at a couple over for the event. The sixth is a par 3.
Yeah, not too much to this one other than the fact that you've got a minuscule green here and you got a lot of runoff areas into both bunkers, right and left. Difficult to find the surface in one. Par is going to be a good score.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Giving this one ample room out to the right. Ooh, not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
Oh, nice looking putt.
And there it is.
I tell you, you can't trust a putter. It's betrayed him all day long and finally gives him some kindness.
We've arrived now at the 7th, the par 4.
Yes, dog leg from left to right. The longer the hitter, the more of that dog leg they will cut off, reducing the hole in size, which will be helpful because you get to go into this raised green with such a short iron.
Now, this one's not going to stop on the fairway. That one's found the thick stuff. Oh, no.
Sitting at a couple of shots over par.
Looking great so far out the rough.
Well played, mate. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
You know, Luke, I've heard this metaphor before. Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds an acorn. I believe that rings true in this scenario.
Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. Here we are, hole 8. It's a par 4.
Only the longest hitters are going to be able to find this green in 2, but if they want to keep it on this green, they're going to need a little bit of luck here because this green, no bunkers surrounding it, but there are very few flat spots around it. If you want to make birdie, you better have a keen short game.
Standing over his second shot.
Just a couple back from our leader. Not a bad play, that one.
And a chance to get back to even with the card with this putt. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
This putt's about 23 feet, guys. Okay, he's starting this one out to the right and it should come back.
Yeah, that's well judged. He had the right line there. Putting for par.
It's not a long putt, but it will move right to left.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. Well, Rich, that was a Jekyll and Hyde performance, if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, and which one was good, the Jekyll or the Hyde? I can never tell, but I tell you what, I think Mr. Jekyll was in the front and Mr. Hyde was on the back, because that's what it looked like.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's moving day at the Daybreak Classic, and we're ready to bring you all the action. I'm Luke Elvey with Rich Beam. Glad to have you back with us. Rich, as this round begins, what are your thoughts on this particular player?
Right now in the top 10, and I got to say, this is a step in the right direction for this player. They haven't showed much over the year, so right now some positive vibes happening for him.
Now to the third hole. Bit untidy, wasn't it? Down to Henny now, and she's taking a good look at this player's lie.
This is just textbook. It's sitting pretty in the sand. Yeah, right-hand side of the green.
Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker. I'm pretty sure he'll be happy to be back on the green. Big pass over coming up for this fella. Nice comeback. That shows a lot of character. Be proud of that one.
Nicely done. Well fought hole right there. Bunkered off the tee, but makes that nice par save.
Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Your tee shot through a little bit of shoot there. Fairway cambers from left to right. Next shot, straight back up the hill. You got a little bit of room out to the right-hand side that you can use to bank your golf ball off of and get it back on the green. This is a daunting prospect of a hole.
That's heading for the fairway. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Setting up here from about 195 yards.
Nothing good out to the right. This is in trouble.
That shot had Will Zalatoris doing a double take. I think he may be starting to take this rivalry a bit more seriously.
Looking at this putt now to move into a tie for 8th on the leaderboard. Now 8 shots back after that hole. And hole number 5 is a par 5. Oh, that ball should run a fair way. That hit the downslope. It's hunting. Looks like a similar approach to yesterday.
Got some good vibes after yesterday. Trying to keep it up again today.
This now, his 3rd shot. Oh, that was tidy. That should ensure the up and down. And now this, to get into a share of 6th on the leaderboard. And just a little bit of work was all that was needed to finish up there.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
He's tied for 6th on this leaderboard.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Going with the 5-wood. That's just inside the range.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This has got loads of movement right to left, this one.
Ooh, looking nice.
No harm done. Nestled it up close.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
As we check the standings, our leader has a 2-stroke advantage. Here we are at the par 4 7th hole.
Yes, dog leg from left to right. The longer the hitter, the more of that dog leg they will cut off, reducing the hole in size, which will be helpful because you get to go into this raised green with such a short iron.
Yeah, that one will play. Playing from around 150 yards here. That's some good golf right there. This putt is 16 feet to the hole.
Who doesn't love a birdie putt?
And he's down there. You got a read?
Yeah, it's going to bank to the left-hand side, this one.
Ooh. That's in the sand.
This is looking good. Is it gonna go?
Putting for bogey here.
And that puddle drop. Well done. Currently at 6 over par. And at the end of their round, they find themselves in 7th on the leaderboard.
Ooh, everything is shaping up nicely innocent for a fun-filled final round.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's time to see who will be crowned champion here at the Daybreak Classic. Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam. It's always delightful to have you with us. And it's 8 over for our featured player as our broadcast begins. Let's check in on the play, out at 15. Birdies are good. Harness them. Block the bogeys. They're bad. And that one has found its way onto the green. That's a good shot, but some work ahead still. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I just don't see this happening. I tell you, I'd love to see this player prove me wrong, though.
And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
37 feet out for this one.
And this one is for his par. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. As we check the standings, it's a massive 6-stroke advantage for our leader. Stepping up to the 16th tee now. This is his second shot.
He's had a disagreement with the caddy. He's gone down a club.
Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
This is for birdie.
He's currently sharing 5th place on the leaderboard. This 17th hole is a par 3.
People talk about Payne Stewart's winning putt on the 18th hole back in 1999, but the swing that he made on 17 that year is the one that every player should envision when they stand on this tee box. It was beautiful. It was artwork. It was poetry in motion. It's how you should swing the golf club. This is the only image in my mind when I play this beautiful par 3.
That was a bit of a miscue.
Shocking, a missed green in regulation.
Five feet coming up to the cup.
Trying to save a par here.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. And as we stand on the last tee, it's a par 4.
blind tee shot here for these players. That's the difficulty here. Just pick a spot in the distance and give her a whirl. Second shot up the hill slightly, but do not miss it too far right, or you'll find a low area for your second. Anything missing up to the left-hand side could kick back onto the green, and dare I say, finished with a birdie.
And that was a bit of a misfire. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. This should be a good putt to make for 71. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
It's a tough read, but it's got a little bit of left to right break on it.
So close. 4 feet to the cup. And another round safely in the books. Well, that was some great playing out there this week. No victory in the overall tournament for our featured player, Henny, but they did take down Will Zalatoris, so that's another rivalry they can check off.
Luke, with the way that this rivalry played out, so much tension beforehand, then the players going at it back and forth, neck and neck, across the course of this event. For this player to come out on top and beat Will Zalatoris, he must have gained a lot of confidence from that.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're on the cliffs of La Jolla, California, the famed Torrey Pines venue, and it's our opening round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. Hello and welcome. It's great to have your company here on 2K Sports. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, right here in the booth, and out on the course is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. And Beamer, your thoughts quickly here on Torrey Pines South. It is a big boy golf course, isn't it?
It is, and these players are in for a rude awakening because they've had some pretty simple golf courses up to this point. But this golf course, U.S. Open venue, this is going to punch you right in the mouth. There's no holding back here. This golf course is flat out tough. One of the toughest tests these players will see all year long. It's usually damp. It's usually cool. The wind blows off the ocean. It is just all around not fun to play in. And tell you what, if you're playing well, you can really find out what you are doing well, and that will help you in the upcoming season a lot.
Now to the second hole. Now let's take a look at Rose Zhang from earlier today.
Second shot. Unbelievable shot.
Okay, let's get back to the action. His second shot here. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. And he needs this to save par. Henny, what's he facing with this putt?
He's looking at around 14 foot, I'd say.
Putting now for a bogey.
And that's going to put him up to even par. There are so many stunning golf holes on this entire property. And this third, the par 3 downhill, certainly one of the elite holes on the course.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green, actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find. This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Eight feet to the cup. He's currently tied for 13th. One of the hardest holes on the entire property is the par 4 fourth, Rich. It is a strong, demanding hole right from tee to green.
Very picturesque, this fourth hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good. Pretty good shot there.
This shot from about 190 yards out. Just 3 back from the leader. A little off the mark on that approach shot.
And missing it long with that approach, not a good leave.
Oh, I like the look of that shot there, Beamer.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole.
So no movement there. The player remains at even par. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South Course. Keeping ball in fairways critical, and that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
This one's bunker bound. This ball's found its way into the sand. Henny, how's it lying?
He's gonna need a digging truck, maybe? I don't think a sand wedge is good enough to get this out.
Well, now you just got to pray for good lie, because that one's heading towards the sand.
Found the green side bunker. Looking for an up and down here.
Now it's time to get the putter out. That's safely on the surface. He has this putt to save his par. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. Now 4 back after that hole. The 6th hole's a really cool par 5. Once you get back up onto the top of the hill here, you want to try and take on the corner of this par 5.
Yeah, taking it down the right-hand side, it will seriously reduce this par 5, but you got to avoid the rough. It can get really nasty. From there, you could possibly run it up between all those bunkers. There's one low spot area on the left-hand side of this green that will come into play should you get your distance control a little bit wrong.
Sit down. Sit. He's standing over his 3rd shot. 4 shots behind our leader. This would be a great up and down. Wow, that almost went in the hole.
And he's down there. You got a read?
This looks like it's gonna go left.
And there it is.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. So the opening round in the books, Rich. Impressed with your efforts here in the booth. Thanks for your time.
Same, Luke. Enjoyed the day. Looking forward to tomorrow.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now. K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, are thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're back in beautiful La Jolla, California for the second round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. I'm Luke Elvey, glad to have you back with us. And as we check on the position of our featured player, it's going to be an interesting day to see what he does here on cut day. At this point, the weekend is certainly not a guarantee.
Currently sitting a couple of strokes inside the cut line, but that is just not comfortable enough for this player. They need to play well.
Let's head out of the course and see what's happening at the 10th hole. Oh, you couldn't paint a better picture. Gorgeous swing. Sitting at 3 over. And he's not hit the mark on that approach. This would be a great up and down from this spot. An opportunity to make a par here. And with that effort, now 3 over for the tournament. On the tee of the par 3 11th.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
And another missed green in regulation. My, oh my, this has been a long day.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
There's a slope here, and it's going to go right to left on the slope.
And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And he'll drop down the leaderboard after that effort. Welcome to the par 4 12th hole.
This 12th hole is probably one of the toughest tee shots players will face out here. They know they have to hit a good tee shot, a long tee shot, to have any chance or hope of making birdie here. You miss it a little bit out to the right. The rough over there is horrific. You do find the fairway, though. You got a green that tilts from back right to front left, making the second shot so much more imperative to not get it above the hole. Second shot, leave below the hole at all costs.
This one from about 160 yards out. And he's safely on the green with that shot. Well, this looks pretty handy. Tracking. Oh, so close. And that should secure the par on this one. And now at +4 for the event. Oh, looking to make a statement here, going with driver off the tee.
This is one of the most interesting par fives you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none. That's too bad. Put a great effort on that stroke.
Let's return to live play now. This is his second shot. Setting up in the bunker here. And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. And it's a 3-stroke advantage for our leader as we head to the next hole. Let's begin the 14th.
Nice tee shot here. A little bit more room to the right than the players really feel like there is. However, that also brings a rough on the right-hand side into play, and you don't want to be there, especially with this green that's set right back against the canyon. It's a difficult second shot, almost an infinite edge pool look, if you will. You really have to bear down and make sure you have a good idea of your distance control on your second shot.
Terrific shot and a chance for birdie coming up here at the 14th.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Ever so slightly, this one's going right.
That's disappointing.
A par putt on the table.
Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? Now at 6 over for the event. Through to the weekend, Rich, and that was a pretty gutsy performance.
Absolutely. It's always nice, good feeling to make the cut. Some weeks you just don't quite have your A game, but making the cut, always a positive sign.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
Good day, folks. It's time to get ready for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, brought to you by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. Our third round coverage of the Farmers Insurance is about to kick off here in beautiful La Jolla, California. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam. Thrilled to have you back here with us on 2K Sports. As we get things underway here on 2K Sports, our leader sits at -8. Can't wait to get into the action. Let's get down to the 5th hole. Great rhythm on that swing. Second shot here on the 5th. Is that right? I think so. Well, it's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark. That caught the bunker, Henny. Is that lie okay?
This reminds me of my breakfast. Nice fried egg.
Could it be? Wow, what a save.
Out of the rough, into the hole. Thank you very much.
I'm glad we get to see this again. This one should be practiced at home.
And as we move to the next hole, our leader is ahead by a couple of shots. Now with the honour on a par 5.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
He's setting up for his second shot. That's not going to find the fairway. That one almost went in the hole. What an opportunity to make a birdie.
And a relatively good putt from that distance.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. We've now arrived at the par 4 7th.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the barranca and the canyons come into play.
Atta boy, good shot. From about 100 yards. Come on, get a good bounce to the left. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. He hasn't managed to birdie this hole this tournament. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. We've arrived now at the par 3 8th.
This green is not deep. It's wide. It's got a lot of movement from east to west, just not a lot of room north to south. You find the right section of this green, you could find yourself a nice little deuce.
Going with the 7.
Nothing good out on the right-hand side, Luke. This headed for trouble.
And that one finds the putting surface. It's a good shot. Some work to do, however. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 26 feet from the cup.
Starting out to the right. Watch this one.
Good effort from there.
It's just about 3 feet away.
In she goes. Let's head to the next.
Sitting at 8 over par for the event. Well, that was certainly a tale of two nines, Rich, and well done for this player to fight through a sloppy start.
Well, that's what they had to do after that opening 9. It wasn't going to be pretty if they had the back 9 to match the front 9. Thankfully, they turned it around, got it back on the back 9. Hopefully, a better day ahead.
UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Our final round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is set to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam. Great to have you back with us. And as we review the standings, our leader is sitting at 9 under par. Let's see what's happening out at the 14th hole. Left nothing in the tank on that one. That was pummeled. Standing over his second shot. Well struck. Well, this will be a bonus. Right on 17 feet from here.
This for a birdie run.
Asking this one to come a long way from the right side. A bit long on that one. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
Who doesn't love a par putt?
And that'll see him remain in the same spot on the leaderboard. Here we have a long par 4. It's going to take 2 great shots to get on.
Why are the straightaway par 4s the hardest ones? We have another one right here. It's just straight away with the drive, nothing fancy about it. You find the fairway and you're left with another long iron second shot. You got a front right bunker that should see plenty of action. The one on the left, though, that's a big no-no spot, as this green does tilt pretty good from back to front.
And he's down there.
By my estimation, he's got around 170 here.
And choosing the 8-iron here. This one needs to kick left. Terrific shot into the 15th and a chance for birdie.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 16th is a par 3.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult 2-putt to say the least.
This would be a great up and down. Ooh, that almost went down. And this putt coming up for his par. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4.
You want to avoid the bunkers on the right, but in doing so, you bring the ravine on the left into play, don't you? Second shot, though, plays slightly uphill. There's 2 distinct sections, the left and the right here. A little bit of a spine that bisects this green. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score.
Playing from around 110 yards out. Wow, what a shot.
A birdie putt awaits.
Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And that's now 5 over for the tournament.
Moving up the leaderboard, I like it.
And now teeing off on the final hole of this round.
I tell you, this is probably one of the, if you talk about risk reward par 5s on the PGA Tour, this has got to be up near the top of the list. You find the fairway, it's just begging you to go for it. You got the water fronting the green, and you have deep bunkers both right and left. But with the history of this hole, you got to go for it, don't you?
Not bad. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Yeah, this one, it's long range, 220 big yards.
This is what is remaining to shoot 67. Well, this one looks like it's going to break a long way. Oh. This would be a good putt to make to move inside the top 20 on the leaderboard. And that's a nice way for the round to end, finishing up with a birdie. So this player will be taking home a top 20 finish, which is never bad on the PGA Tour, Rich.
They were looking for a little bit better this week, Luke. I'm sure they're going to be a little disappointed not to finish better.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.